So YouTube has released some statements where they're essentially defending the ID verification tool they've added and answering a lot of questions about whether you will be or not be marked as under 18. So Google employee Rob says, "Hi everyone, we've been hearing some concerns and wanted to address some of the most common questions that have come up since the announcement. Some concerns, more like millions of concerns. We've put together a list of frequently asked questions to provide clarity on key details. Will watching specific types of videos such as Pokemon, Minecraft, anime, Roblox, etc. get my account classified as under 18? He answers, Pokemon, Minecraft, anime, and Roblox are for everyone. We understand that users on YouTube have a variety of interests. Our age estimation model does not look at one form of content in isolation to determine if an account is under the age of 18. The model assesses many different signals to reach this determination, including but not limited to YouTube activity and longevity across a user's account. It is not focused on any specific genre or type of video." Now listen, Mr. Rob, I actually think that you would be right and I would believe you if you were the one doing the judging of our YouTube accounts. It's nice that you say that your age estimation model doesn't look at one form of content, but there have been many times that you guys have made statements about how your AI systems operate, and it really didn't seem like the statements were that accurate. For example, you guys have said that your AI systems have worked extremely hard to get rid of comment bots on the platform. In fairness, I'm sure you guys have done some good work, but the platform is littered with more comment bots than ever before. You guys have also said that your AI systems will only ban or demonetize a YouTube creator if they have done something to either go against the community guidelines or go against the monetization policies. Well, it's Bang Snap is a YouTuber who got banned from YouTube for knocking over their microphone. I am a YouTuber who has gotten banned off YouTube for apparently hacking/hijacking my own channel. They said they had to ban me because there was a hacker uploading videos on my channel. The videos were uploaded by me. Keep in mind, everything that I've pointed out was done by YouTube's automated AI systems. As much as I'd love to believe you, Rob, myself and the YouTube community has to go based on what actually happens. Yes, I understand that your AI system will make mistakes sometimes, but the mistake shouldn't be so big that I have to give you my ID to fix the mistake. Next one, is YouTube going to start requiring ID from all its users? No, no one is required to provide their ID to use YouTube. If our age estimation model determines you are under 18, you will be notified. If you believe this is incorrect, you have the option to verify your age by submitting a government ID, selfie, or credit card. So the selfie thing seems a little bit outdated. I have mentioned the selfie thing too in other videos, but apparently it's not a selfie that is required, it's video verification. You have to basically turn on your phone's camera and follow a prompt where you have to look up or down or whatever, and that's how the verification is done. So it's not really done by a selfie. Could be wrong on that, but that's what YouTube settings says. Users can choose not to submit ID and continue to use YouTube with standard protections applied to teen accounts. Teen viewers have access to all of YouTube except age-restricted content, such as content that has excessive violence or nudity. In fairness, this is good news. I thought this would mean that they wouldn't have access to content that is marked as not made for kids, but apparently it only refers to age-restricted content. Now, I don't want to argue semantics, but I just want to point out one thing that they said. No one is required to provide their ID to use YouTube. Yes, in a literal sense, this is true, but you are essentially required in the sense that if you don't and YouTube marks you as someone who's under 18, you are going to lose a lot of features on the website. This is something I've gone over in a previous video, but these are going to be the things that you're going to be losing your ability to do on YouTube if you, one, get marked as under 18 by YouTube, and two, you don't want to provide a valid ID or video verification. You can no longer appeal content ID claims. You can no longer add external links and video descriptions. You can't embed live streams. You can't create more live streams daily. You can't create more shorts daily. You can't test and compare different thumbnails. You can't upload more videos daily. And the most important one, you can't make any money. So if you are a YouTube creator and you want to make money off your videos and your channel gets marked as under 18, then pretty much, yeah, you are required to put your ID in to YouTube. Yes, in a literal sense, no, not every single person is required to provide their ID, but certainly if you want to use most of the features on the website, and certainly if you want to make money off the website, you essentially have to give them your ID. Just wanted to clarify that real quick. Will YouTube consider how long an account has been active when making an assessment? Yes, longevity of the account is one of the various factors taken into account by the age estimation model while making a determination. Now again, as much as I would love to believe YouTube on this, I have heard otherwise from multiple people, including one of my channel mods. Shout out to my guy Canner1. He tweeted at me and he said, I had to upload my ID to be able to live stream on the YouTube account I've had for 15 years. The account itself is almost old enough to be 18. It's such a joke. My man has had that account for 15 years and he still had to give ID just to live stream, not even to watch an age restricted video, just to live stream. So yeah, this statement already seems a little bit disputed. Will YouTube think that I'm under 18 if my child watches kids content on my account or device? Our model uses a variety of signals, and we are confident that these signals help us correctly account for instances of parents or caregivers watching together with kids and make a determination based on the overall data. And as is always the case, In this scenario where our age estimation model has got this wrong, you can always verify your age by using government issued ID, a selfie, or your credit card information. Now listen, I'm gonna expose my ignorance here, so for my AI geniuses that are watching, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. How in the fuck are they gonna actually determine if you are watching a video with your kids? Like, how is that possible? It says to help us correctly account for instances of parents or caregivers watching together with their kids. How can they determine that just through AI? Maybe if you're watching it on YouTube TV and normally you watch your videos on the phone or whatever, I guess that makes sense. But other than that, how the hell would they know if you're watching a video with your kids as opposed to by yourself? My AI experts in the comments, feel free to enlighten my dumbass on that one. Will teens that watch my videos still be able to find them? Teen viewers will still be able to watch all content on YouTube and your channel except age-restricted content. You can check if your content is age restricted by going to YouTube Studio and using the age restriction filter, or by looking for age restriction in the restrictions column on your videos page. So this is good news, the fact that people who are marked as under 18 are still going to be able to find your videos as long as they're not age restricted. How does YouTube safeguard teens through content recommendations? In November 2023, we announced the launch of safeguards for content recommendations for teens. These safeguards work by limiting repeated recommendations of categories of videos that are innocuous in a single view, but could be problematic if viewed in repetition for some young viewers. These safeguards are applied automatically to all users under 18 on YouTube globally. We work with our Youth Advisory Committee to identify categories of content these safeguards should be applied to, including idealizing specific fitness levels or body weights, featuring real-world social aggression, like non-contact fights and intimidation, portrayal of delinquency or negative behaviors such as cheating on a test, lying for personal benefit, or participating in public pranks and stunts that negatively impact others. We are not making any changes to recommendations as a result of this launch. So, just a few opinions on this one, right? I guess YouTube and the government are framing this as they want to protect kids from harmful content, but if that's the case, you need to just get kids off the internet. They're gonna find harmful shit all over pretty much every single website. You need to stop focusing on raising children as a website, and you need to let the parents and guardians do their thing. To be totally honest, if I'm 5 years old and I go see something bad on YouTube, that's not YouTube's fault. That's my fucking parents' fault. They need to monitor what I do, and they need to make sure that if I am a child, they need to take care of me. I understand the sentiment here, and I guess that's fine, but at the end of the day, like, how the hell are you even going to determine this through AI? Doing this type of stuff is such a slippery slope. You should let parents and guardians parent their children and make sure that they are safe from the internet, because regardless of whatever YouTube, Spotify, or any other website does, the internet is a fucking dangerous place, and we need to make sure that we protect our kids from it by fucking parenting them and raising them right, not having the websites do it for us. I don't know, it just kind of annoys me because, like, in this type of situation, where does it stop? What website is not going to require ID? What website is not going to safeguard certain types of whatever? So that was it from Mr. Rob, but now we actually have something from the YouTube creators page themselves. So they made their post 6 days ago talking about this whole thing and talking about how certain things aren't new, but they did provide some additional information that a lot of people might not have known. For creators, based on our age estimation model, will apply some additional protections, including setting uploads as private by default for anyone and restricting the ability to earn from gifts on vertical live streams. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, this is kind of a vague statement, but just what I'm interpreting. Basically, if your account is marked as under 18, your uploads, like the videos you upload, are going to be set as private by default for anyone, and I believe you can't unprivate them. I guess that's what they're saying. So basically, any upload you do on YouTube, you can't unprivate the video, I guess. I could be wrong about that one. Like I said, it's kind of a vague statement. But one thing that is very clear is they're saying, yeah, you know, your YouTube Shorts live streams, yeah, you can't earn gifts through them. So no gifts. I guess you can earn ad revenue though. Not sure. And they said in the comments, let us know if you have any questions. So somebody asked, only US? What if they own monetized channels? YouTube replied and said, this update is for US based users. However, we've been using this approach in other markets for some time. Creators globally could see a shift in their audience categorized as teens under 18 when this is gradually rolled out in the US. Another person asked, so teen creators cannot post anymore? YouTube replies and says we aren't making any changes right now to what features teens have access to. So yeah, that is YouTube's response to the AI age ID verification. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are on the situation in the comments. You guys think it was a good response? You guys think it was a bad response? Did they answer all of your questions, or do you have more? We've pretty much started a tradition since the last few videos I've uploaded, so I just want to continue the tradition. I'm not giving YouTube my fucking ID. Also, one thing I just made a community post about in my last video where I talked about how to avoid YouTube's ID verification, I've been getting a lot of comments saying people have been unsubscribed from my channel. I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on here and say maybe that's because I said some things about how to avoid YouTube's ID verification that I shouldn't have said, and YouTube might be mad at me. Could be wrong, but yeah, that's what I think. And yes, I like my own community posts. You got to get the fucking ball rolling somehow. Yeah, please make sure that you guys are subscribed and be sure to leave a like and a comment on this video. I would really appreciate it. YouTube seems to not be very happy that I'm making these types of videos, so please be sure to help me out. But yeah, please leave a like in the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more.